Quiet, Fred. It's time for another SmegChris review.
Chris, you do realise you only have one sheet?
Of course. Any more on this episode will be longer than 10 minutes. Is that what you want?
Roll the titles! What I'm saying is, you didn't have to straighten your sheets as you only had one.
It was for effect, doofus.
Oh.
As you know, I'm not a great fan of reboots. So when they announced the Spider-Man reboot, I wasn't very pleased. I love the original trilogy, although the third one was a little pretentious. And then I saw the new film's trailer, and I have to say, I'm impressed. We have a new villain, and it looks like it's got plenty of action. And the costume looks great too. It's due for release in July, and I shall put a link to the trailer for you in the description. You know, down there, below this screen, that way. But it makes you wonder, will this new Spidey tie into the Avengers universe? Because in the comic books, he did join up. And with the announcement of a Fantastic Four reboot, I know, they may just include that group too. After 10 years, Smallville came to an end. Or has it? Like Buffy and Angel, Smallville sets to continue in comic book form. Hailed as season 11, it continues the story 6 months after the last episode was shown on television. One of the show's writers, Brian Q. Miller, is the man behind this new season. It will first start out as a digital comic book, but it will see print not long after. All the regular characters will still be involved, and they could introduce some new heroes like, say, I don't know, Batman. And now that they don't need the actors, they could bring back some old characters too. I'm sure they can bring Lana back somehow. Perhaps if I beg them with a barrage of letters. I've got 2 films for you. The first one is The Grey, starring Liam Neeson. For the first half of the film, I found it very enjoyable, especially the plane crash. That was brilliantly done. I also have to mention that the acting was superb, most prominently Neeson. However, the second half was marred.
What is marred?
Your face! As I was saying, it was marred by the fact that with every death, the film seemed to get more and more disappointing as it went along. In fact, not to spoil anything, but I came out of that cinema very, very disappointed. You could read that as me saying that everybody died, but I just don't know. It just suddenly ended. Overall, I give this film a... and I don't recommend it.
Percy, pass me that dictionary.
Okay.
The second film I saw was Chronicle. It's about 3 school friends who find a hole in the ground, climb in, find some odd object, and come out with telekinetic powers. The reason the film is called Chronicle is because the main character, Andrew, decides from the opening scene to record everything about his life on camera. Kinda like when I'm vlogging. At first you think, oh good, it's another Blair Witch project. Actually this is more like that awesome film that is Cloverfield, but better. Using his powers, Andrew has the camera floating around him, which provides us with some stunning shots, and once the 3 guys learn how to fly, the film takes off in more ways than I can count. Without a doubt one of the films of the year, and it's only February. I totally recommend seeing this film as I give it a... And if it wasn't for the fact that there are other films that I want to see right now, I'd go see this again. See it. Go on. Now! Because I'm going. So in other words, peace out.
Chris!
What now?
Marred isn't in the dictionary.
Try the laptop.
Marred. Blemished. Flawed. Stained. Disfigured. Soiled. Hey!
I'm not sure when it's due for release, but actually I might be wrong about that. Hold on a second.
Due for July.
I do know when it's due for release. As I was saying, it was marred. People passing, people passing, people passing, people passing, people passing, people passing. It's about 3 school friends who find a hole in the ground, climb in, find some odd object. I speak no English.